Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, August 1st. You know, it's going to be just not too much longer, and we're going to be calling it 2023. We're getting close. We're getting really close. Scott, Julie, Gregor, Mike, Thomas, Bob, Chip, good morning. Good morning, Aaron, Ed, good morning, Al. Glad to have everybody here today. Ron, hey, good morning. Okay, so what we've got here, Julian. Hi, Julian. So the market's been up 3 days here, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I would expect a little bit of rest. That should be just one of the rules that we have as traders. You know, we 3 days up, we get near some resistance. The likelihood is we're going to just sort of be quiet here. Now, I think we could be quiet here, you know, not do anything exciting, actually for a day or two. And I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I mean, the market could open up and we could skyrocket as far as I know. But in through here, I'm not sure that I would be a crazy short person. Now, if we start breaking down this little tan line, and I'm not going to keep this up here. I did this for the weekend charts to ponder video. I hope everybody saw that weekend charts to ponder. Also, I put out a couple individual, just really short, less than 4 minute, I think, videos on couple of particular stocks. So I hope everybody got a chance to watch those. But anyway, if we start moving, you know, down below 402, something like that, then I'll be concerned. Really, this blue trend line right here is what I'm going to be watching for the most part. So, be a little careful that the market say what it's going to do, because the absolute truth here, and it's undeniable, we are in a bullish trend. Now, I do think it's just a relief rally because the bigger picture is still downtrend. So that makes this just a relief rally. But it's a relief rally until it's not a relief rally. Simple thing to think about during the day when you're looking at a chart or looking at the market, just follow the ball. What's the ball doing? Just follow it. If you have a particular stock or the chart or market or whatever, and it's been climbing and maybe a little pullback and climbing and climbing and climbing, and all of a sudden you think it's a short right here. Why? Nothing has said that. We are. If you are in the hit and run candlestick trading room, if you can hear my voice, then you are not a long-term trader with me. You are a short-term swing trader. Long-term traders, you could probably afford to get away with doing some shorting here because you probably won't care if it continues to go up. You might even buy more short. If you are convinced the market is going to move down, you might take that bet. But short-term swing traders, we're all about follow that chart pattern. When you see the buy signal, you buy. When you see the short signal, you short. So it's all about the price action here. It's not about, well, the market's horrible, inflation's going to go up, they're going to raise rates, so we're going to short this market. Yeah, well, that's been going on. That somebody could have said that comment all through here, and they would have been right. But they would have lost a bucket load of money. So just follow the ball, and let's not lose sight of what we do here. There's people that do nothing but long-term trade, and they need to stay in the long-term lane. There are people that do day trading, and they need to stay in the day trading lane. Scalping lane. Swing trading lane. And that's what we do here, swing trading. So take advantage of the direction of the ball. When the ball starts to turn down, by golly, let's take advantage of that. But right now, the ball's still up. Okay. And there was something else I was going to say. can't remember. All right, let's just get in here. So Boeing. Oh, by the way, for those that held Boeing over the weekend, great job. Congratulations. That thing is looking good here. This was a chart that I talked about here a good week ago. Last weekend, maybe? Yeah, last weekend on one of my weekend videos. And 1 to 15 day trade, and it's still working. Those that are still holding it, it looks great. So I'm taking a look at Boeing here, and based on the fact that everything is still traveling up right now, then that's the only way I can look at charts. I can't look at charts. If the market is moving up, I can't look at bearish charts. It just doesn't make sense. It seriously does not make sense to me. So I'm going to look at bullish charts. So right now, I'm going to be bullish, and I see Boeing going to 2.25. Is that a stretch? Darn right it is. That's a stretch, but that's what I see. So the thing to do, I think sometimes what happens is we get locked into looking for the new shiny thing every 5 minutes. You know, what's hot, what's moving, let's go for it. And then we move on to the next shiny thing. Well, how about let's just keep Boeing as a shiny thing, and we trade Boeing when it sets up? How about in our mind, we just say, you know what? 225 is a real possibility, and recognize that there are little spots along the way that could cause reasons for pullbacks. Doesn't matter. We could put lines up here. We could do anything you want. And we know for fact, I mean, really, I think we know. We know that Boeing can get up here, okay? Doesn't mean it is. But if it gets up here, we know there's going to be pullbacks in it. This is where swing traders take advantage. Swing. You can either close it out, you can take a partial off the table, you could just raise your stop up if you want. Either way, it starts cooking again. Swing. You can either take it off the table, you can raise your stop up if you want, or take a partial off. You can swing it up, take the money off. When it pulls back, buy it again when it sets up. Swing it up, take the money off, when it pulls back, buy it again. There's several options in here, but there's some things just take to the bank. They will pull back, and it will give opportunity as long as that trend continues. So let's look at Boeing as a new shiny thing until it's not. And just because it pulls back a little bit doesn't mean it's not. That's opportunity. NIO. I kind of like NIO here, the way it's setting up. Now it's not ready for a buy. It needs to kind of move up here a little bit. It needs to prove it can break out. But with a 66% target up here, I'm willing to take a look at this. I'm willing to put this on a watch list and say, you know what? I think I'm going to keep an eye on this. And there's nothing wrong with putting profit targets or resistance levels in there. Nothing wrong with that at all. New shiny thing. Let's keep it a while until it totally falls apart. How about AMD? I'll tell you what, I have heard more things this weekend, tweets I get, CNBC, looking to fade AMD. You know what? When you get the sell signal, sure. But please, Lord, tell me, why would we want to do that right this second? Why? We have a gut feeling. Go to the bathroom if you have a gut feeling. That's what gut feelings are for. Oh man, I've got a gut feeling. Go to the bathroom. It'll solve the problem. Follow the ball. What's the ball doing? So right now, the ball is trending. So if we get some sort of a little pullback, oh sure, it can be, let me make that smaller. There we go. There's nothing wrong with shorting, but just make sure that you're shorting to, it's unless it breaks trend, it's just a very short-term penny trade. Not a penny trade, a few bucks. Okay, that's it. Until it breaks trend. It breaks trend. It breaks support. Okay, you have a trade. And if you call it up here and you get short and it does this, jump on the top of the mountain and scream and share what a smart cat you are. On the other hand, if you are short and turn your eyes away and you think it's gonna fail and it does that, make sure you jump on top of that mountain and make sure you tell everybody you screwed up. And that will make you a better trader, by the way. Follow the ball. We are short-term swing traders here. Accept it. It's okay. It's all right. Tesla. I think Tesla guy has another 27% in it until it doesn't. Let's just follow that ball. Looks like we might have a little trouble right there. Looks like we might have a little trouble right there. And trouble doesn't mean it can't be traded. Doesn't mean that. Here, I'll show you. Did we not, let's do it this way. This way here. Did we not have trouble here? We did. Did we have trouble here? We did. Did we have trouble here? We did. Did we have trouble here? We did. Look at that trend. In a chart, you're always going to have places where there's little landmines, troubles. Pick a word. My word is speed bumps. I call them speed bumps. Resistance to me is just a speed bump. Thank God it is, otherwise market would be zero by now. After all these years, there would be no market if they were more than speed bumps. So, speed bump, speed bump, speed bump, speed bump. It just has to be negotiated. And by the way, anytime you're buying a chart that's anything less, 1 penny less than an all-time high, you're going to have a speed bump. Plug. I like the way Plug is acting here. Look at this little gap. I'm seeing 61% back up to 32. It's just a matter of trading the chart. That's all it is. Somebody asked me the other day, because I've been talking about a special watch list. And I do. I have a very special watch list for stocks typically like this. So I look at this and I say, okay, this is my new shiny thing. And as long as it stays shiny, I'm going to stay with it. And just because it pulls back a little bit doesn't mean that it's not shiny. It moves up and it pulls back doesn't mean it's not shiny. If it breaks down, that's a different story. If it breaks the trend, if it breaks the momentum to the upside, that's a different story. It's junked in. It's no good to me. But if it's still rocking, I want it and for those that have the scanner, you understand. You put charts like this and the scanner just spits them out to you. You can't help not to see them. So, Walmart, shiny, shiny, shiny. I'm looking at 146 here. I think Walmart's still a great chart. It's been up 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll see what it does 4 days. We're running into a little bit of resistance. Does that mean that I'm going to hop into this right now? No. It means I'm going to wait and let it set up. Bank of America. I'm still holding Bank of America. I still like it. I still see potential up here at $44. Is that a stretch? Yeah, it is. Is it possible? It's possible. Yeah. It's a pretty big stretch. But if it's 31%, if I was just to get half of this, I would be tickled pink. Absolutely tickled pink. So that's all I need up here. I'm going to manage that trade. Still in it. Bought it last week. It's just floating sideways. When it starts to move, it'll make us some money. If it starts to move down, we'll be stopped out. NVIDIA. NVIDIA is looking really, really good. 38% up here to 246.70. Will it get there? I can't tell you if it's going to get there. Someday. This week? No. Next week? No. This year? Probably not. I'm going to say probably not this year. But can it move up more? Yes, it can. Are we going to run into problems? Yeah, we are. Speed bumps? Yeah. Little landmines? Yeah. Are we going to run into profit taking? Yeah, we are. This is nothing new for anything less than an all-time high. It's something we accept as a trader. So what we're going to do is we're going to see that trend, and we're going to trade that trend. So now it's just a simple, very simple fact. If you know, take a handful of these stocks that you feel confident about, that are good stocks. They could be bad stocks. I don't care. A trend is a trend is a trend. Take advantage of those sideways consolidation moves, maybe those little early breakouts. If you want a little inside day, if that's your thing, okay. But the trend is still working. So now what you're doing is you're looking for entry opportunities. If you need help with entry opportunities, let me know. Easiest thing in the world. And you know what? I think we have entry opportunities in the bag. I think between right way options and hit and run candlesticks, we have entry options in the bag. We got that one sewed up. So if you have trouble with entry options, let us know. If you have trouble with trends, let us know. BE, nice little gap up at BE. If it holds its gap, I don't see why it can't go to 25. If it actually pulls back, I don't see why it can go to 25. But this is all I've got in front of me. And if it can hold up here and start moving, then I see a trade right here. I don't get to know where we're going to end up today. I don't get to know where we're going to end up next week. I don't get to know, well, we are going to move back here. You know, we might, but there's no guarantee. Not in the next 10 days, there's no guarantee. So if we just can slide around here and start moving up, that might be an entry. And now, you know, we might not get 29% because 29% is from this low here to this high. But if you get half that, pretty confident everyone would like that. Marvel is setting up 41%, $76. No guarantee we're going to get there, but the chart's doing what we want it to do. Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Inverted head and shoulders, reversal pattern, above the 50. Why can't it go higher? Well, it's going to run into resistance. Again, if you're trading anything under all-time highs, you're always going to run into resistance. So to get away from that is stop trading anything below all-time highs. Real easy. And that's easy to do. A lot of charts we can find. It might be. They're thin right now, but they're there. They're there. So now what we do is we just simply trade the trade. Now I'm not a pro buying down here. I am not pro on that, okay? But if we just took it down here, what's wrong with 14%? I showed somebody this the other day, and you know what they said to me? They said, well, how do you know to sell it? I said, because you had 14% on it. But what if it goes higher? Hand on top of my head, smacking it. So let's take from this low, this pullback here, to this swing here. 22%. Well, how do you know if you're going to sell it? Really? What if we did it here? And again, I'm not promoting buying these lows. I'm really not. What I'm just trying to show is the swings can make you money. So I wouldn't buy that. In fact, I wouldn't even buy this at all in here myself. I could see buying this though. I could see buying this at this candle. Right there. There's 17%. I could see this buying somewhere in this candle maybe. That's 7.5%. So you see, there's money in those swings, but you have to take it. You have to take it. Look at MU. MU, I think, is setting up. I kind of like the chart, what it's doing. It's doing everything I like a chart to do. Inverted head and shoulders here. Great reversal, bullish engulf. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. Oh, man, it's going to fail the 50. How do you know it's going to fail the 50? You can see that I talked to a couple people this weekend. And this is one that I got that out of. It's failed the 50. It's going to fail it. How do you know? Man, you're one smart cookie. I'll tell you, if you know that. You don't know that. To start with, I said, well, look, we're not going to buy it right here. We're going to wait till it pops up, proves, sets up our entry. We've got 33% up here to 82. Yeah, let's do this. So there's no way I'm going to get that bottom. So maybe up here. Okay, that's 28%. I'm okay with that. What if we got up here? What's wrong with 9%? Well, I want more money. How you been doing for the past 10 years? Well, I haven't been doing very good. Well, stop wanting more money. I said, serious conversations this weekend. Take a look at KMI. KMI going to 20, I think. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's okay. But the trend is working. Trend is working. I'm not going to buy this. If it starts to break out, I'm going to buy it. What else do we have here? CVX. Take a look at CVX. Why didn't I? I didn't do anything with CVX. Why didn't I do that? Well, let's just do it real quick. Let's just do that right there. What's wrong with that? Can CVX go back and test its highs? Sure. Are we going to run into a few little problems? One, we're going to have to get through this high here. Probably a little. I'm going to just put that line right there. And then we've got this little gap, right? And then we've got this top. How hard is that? CVX is going to have to stay above the 50-period moving average. If it doesn't, I'm not interested. It no longer becomes that shiny thing. So, anyway, thanks for listening to me, everyone. Sometimes I get a little excited. I know that. I do appreciate you listening to me. It's all in love and all in fun. And did you know that my blood pressure never raises when I talk about charts or anything? Not ever. In fact, it goes down. All right, you guys take care. Thank you so very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much for being here. Let's make some money today. Today's going to be a pretty decent day, I think. Target, for those that held on to Target, I still have my last piece of it. I might be selling Target today. You darn right. Why? Well, here we're up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I've already sold 2/3 of it. I'm just holding 1/3 of it. Why would I want to lose money? If I will always take this to the bank. When we move up 5 days and we run into resistance, I believe with 100%, and if I'm wrong, I'm okay, that we pull back. And if it goes higher, I might make some statement like, well, darn, I should have kept it. But you know what? That's just talking. That's baloney. I don't really believe that. Trade your trade. Trade your trade. So, this is going to be, if I do sell it up here, this is going to be a 20-25% trade. Take your money. Take your money. Let it pull back. Let it set up. And let's take the next swing. Remember, we are swing traders. Take the swings. Close the swings. Stay with charts sometimes. Keep them on your watch list. Anyway, you guys take care. I got to run. We'll see you here in about 15 minutes, all right? Thank you.